Now, if you ever wanted to feel like playing in more of a realism type of asymmetrical horror game, well, Pleasantly Friendly Games is trying to fill that void. However, this is not your normal asymmetrical horror game that we known to seeing, but more of how things would be in a movie. The asymmetrical part of this game is the one killer, also known as the Reaper, versus 7 residents of the town. There is a unique twist if you are one of the residents. There is one resident that will get the role of final girl and must stay alive to win and maximize your winnings. I do like this approach to the game because something is new to focus on rather than the everyday concept of escaping, but also that there's a way to kill the Reaper, but it's very difficult. There are some really good things to like about Fear the Reaper, and having the final girl concept is pretty unique if you think about it, and it set the game apart from other ACM horror games. The one thing I do like about what I've been seeing from Fear the Reaper is the thrill it gives the gamer, especially when the Reaper jumps out of nowhere and grabs it. The day has confirmed that there will be multiple variations of the Reaper available at some point in the game, but how often will the new variations be rolled out is still a good question. Another thing that will make this Reaper game fun to play is the ability to change the Reaper finishing kills mid-game, instead of being stuck with the same one throughout the match. This reminds me of how Killer Clowns from Outer Space incorporated their finishing wheel so the clown could use different finishers in the game. If you are a lore gamer that loves digging in the past of people, the residents will have different backgrounds about them, so have fun with that. And on top of that is customization for the residents. Since the game is in a dark setting, I don't think they will make the changes basic when it comes to customization. They will want to go in the direction of the customizable things they change being more noticeable and make an impact. But I do have a concern about how all these changes and updates will happen. While you're wondering what I mean, remember hit one of those engagement buttons for me at the bottom of your screen. I appreciate it. So every ASM horror game have an issue with keeping a community interested, and with the road laid ahead, unfortunately, it gives the ASM horror game community and it automatically put Fear the Reaper in a box. Now, I haven't played the game, but I can't imagine how some gamers are already feeling a certain type of way against Fear the Reaper. One of those fears is matchmaking. We all know from other games that the time to matchmake and get people in a lobby can be a big pain. This is definitely a valid point if you are thinking that way, and it could be an issue for this game as well. The good thing is you can opt out being the final girl and the Reaper, which frees up space for people who want to play those characters. Another obvious concern would be the limited availability for the game right now, because the game will only be on PC platform. The developer may bring it to console, but it depends on how the game performs. So obviously, I think it would limit the game potential. On the other hand, if the game do blow up on PC, the console should be the next step for sure. The major concern I have for the game is that there is one developer dedicated to making the game at this moment, which could be the reason why the game is starting off on PC. They did not tell us in the Discord section if more people will be added to the development of this game, which leaves a lot of concern in my mind on the deliverance of content at a good release pace. There is light at the end of the tunnel, because there is a sign they are trying, because the interaction on Discord is pretty good. In a recent post, the developer gave us an update on how the game was playing and said that the Reaper's been winning most of the matches. Now, reading this post, they said that they made an update to it, and now will allow residents to open and close the shutters. And by doing so, the Reaper have to actually make a decision to go into the house and check or just pass you by. And they also stated that it will help other residents that you shut the shutters before you leave the house. It's definitely nice to see the developers working on the game and updating and making sure that the game is balanced, because a balanced game is important. And in a game with this concept and this environment is dire. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more info on Fear the Reaper, and welcome to Mr. Unleashed World.